Cathie Wood had a $6,000 price target for Tesla, and the recent bear run has not shaken her at all. So, what did she say? Sit tight as we go through recent news as well as my chart analysis and price prediction. But before we do that, subscribe to our channel Stox 101 for regular stock market updates. Cathie Wood's Ark Innovation Fund has continued buying Tesla at a time when investors are running away. Cathie said that the company will lead the big automobile transition as people switch to EVs, yet the price of the stock still fell down by 12% on Tuesday's trading session as most investors are scared and exiting their positions. Analysts have said that Elon Musk should focus more on Tesla if he wants to stop this crash, and in our opinion, the deliveries did indicate good growth, so a bear trend won't change our bullish stance. With all that in mind, let's analyze the charts. So as you guys can see right here, we're now in the 1-day chart for Tesla, and as always, we'll first analyze the 1-day chart, then the 1-hour chart, and to end it off, we'll get to the 5-minute chart. Now, right off the bat, we can see that we are in a gap up at about 0.12%, which is like it's now 0.08%. We're getting some selling pressure. What's going to happen today? We'll talk all about that. First up, we'll take a quick look at the price action. We can see that, well, it's pretty bearish, right? At the moment, it's pretty bearish. Now, why is this so, right? There are two perspectives. Now, a lot of people say that Tesla is overvalued, right? But at the same time, people like Cathie Wood, who's, well, not a small investor, right? They say that the company can hit a $6,000 share price, right? She said that the company can hit a, what was it? I believe a $3 to $4 trillion valuation by 2027, I guess, right? That was a prediction, if I'm not wrong. And that, it doesn't really make all that much sense, but it might be true, right? So, well, it's worth a risk in my opinion, right? But at the same time, if we talk about the price actions, the technical analysis, well, it is bearish, right? At the current moment, it is bearish. The stock is bearish in the short term. In the long term, I personally am bullish, but at the same time, if we talk about today, we're now in a small gap down, 0.09%. Now, here's a good thing about this gap down, right? If it gets down to around, let's see, 107.94. If it gets around 107, then we might be in for a bull run today. And why is that so? Well, in most cases, whenever you get a gap down around the first support, around the first normal support or the major support, so the major support would probably be around 106, 105, I guess, right? So these support levels play a huge role, right? And whenever you get a gap down around these support levels, you can simply get a bounce in the first candle itself and then continue to go up. This is called, I believe it's the first candle strategy. Now, coming to the point, what if we got a gap up instead? Well, it's the same thing reversed, right? We would go up, hit a resistance, get another bounce, but this time to the lower side. And well, I can see that we're going towards 107 on the pre-market, and that might turn out in our favor. If we talk about whether the stock will go below $100, well, it might, it probably will, right? If you look at the current price action, a lot of people, well, I didn't say that, right? But a lot of people did say that around this point, they were like, hey, this is the bottom, right? We're not going to fall any further. Well, we did, right? Even if I said that, well, it was wrong, right? We were clearly wrong. And currently, we can see that we're closer to $80 than we are to $6,000, right? So in my opinion, $80 is a short-term target, right? We are headed down. We'll probably fall below by another 20% from over here, right? And then we'll get a possibility of an uptrend. But until then, I don't believe the stock will get any upwards momentum. Now, of course, this article as well over here says Tesla sell-off could continue if Musk remains distracted. It is true, right? Pretty much every investor, everyone who's invested in Tesla to some extent, a lot of people will probably comment, hey, no, that's not the case. But, it won't really change things, right? If that is the case, it won't really change it, right? In my opinion, I personally believe that Musk is somewhat ignoring wouldn't be the right word, but he knows that Tesla is not the sole reason why people buy the stock. Sure, Tesla is a huge reason. Many good investors buy it because of the company, because of the cars, but a lot of people buy it also because they have trust in Elon and his vision. So at the same time, Elon is, I believe, more focused towards the entire X app that he was talking about on Twitter, right? He said that he'll make it a part of the X ecosystem. So, well, we'll have to look at, what that is and how he kind of carries it out. But until then, I believe Tesla needs a lot of attention to grow. And currently, of course, we did get good deliveries, and I personally was not expecting them. And that's why I believe this earnings report might be good. But at the same time, as you guys know, most people go by the saying, buy the rumor, sell the news. And that is exactly what's going on here. Bought the rumor, sold the news, right? So it's not that big of a deal. It is a short term movement. And of course, stocks fall and stocks go up as well. And in most cases, companies as big as Tesla usually don't touch such lows, right? And they stay there, right? So what happens is that sure, they might touch a low like this one, but then there comes a time when they actually rebound and get back to their old trading levels and even farther, right? So in my opinion, that will definitely happen with Tesla. We'll probably bottom around 80, but between 80 and $65. We're not going below $65 in my opinion. That would be the literally the best price ever in my opinion to buy Tesla. So if we get at $65, that's going to be a great gift from the market to us investors, right? So $65, from there I can easily see it going towards $650 in the next few years, and that would be a 10x return from a large cap company, which in itself is a wonderful return. But with that in mind, we'll have to jump on into the 1 hour chart so we can analyze this stock in a bit more detail. So let's do that. And now that we're in the 1 hour chart, well, right off the bat, we can see that over here we made somewhat of a bearish pattern. We ended it with an inside candle. We ended the day off with an inside candle over here. What is an inside candle? It's basically a candle where the both of the wicks are bigger than the body. So if this is the body, and this is the wick, and this is another wick on the lower side, it's an inside candle. At the same case, if you get a massive wick, a literally non-existent body like this one, and that is a perfect inside candle. What does it tell you? It tells you that the stock is readying up for crazy volatility. So in my opinion, today is going to be a volatile day. We're going to get some good volumes. Hopefully we'll beat the market average in terms of volume. The average is 186.223 million shares traded. We got 230 million shares traded yesterday. We'll probably stay around 200 million today, in my opinion. And of course, if we talk about market cap, we're down to $341 billion. If we get to $65, that would turn the market cap to about $200 billion, which is a beautiful valuation for Tesla, in my opinion, right? And that would, as I already told you guys, be a great opportunity being offered to investors from the market. Also, while we're talking about long-term developments, I personally believe that once the Cybertruck is out, that is going to be the biggest ever thing that Tesla will be working on, right? In my opinion, I personally think that the Cybertruck was one of the reasons why a lot of people started shorting it as well, why a lot of people started to hate the stock, why a lot of people left this community, right? Because as you guys already know, that was delayed for a long time. And if that delay finally comes to an end at and the end product turns out to be this really wonderful thing, then I'm pretty sure that all of those investors will be attracted back again, and that will bring in a lot of volume and, of course, a lot of money. And that is why I personally am bullish on the long term, because there's a high possibility that Elon will not simply let this company burn out, right? He's not going to let this burn to the ashes. He's not going to, let his house burn to the ground. He's 100% thinking of something, right? Of course, not 100%, probably 99%. I won't guarantee anything, but I'm pretty sure that he's definitely thinking of a solution for this massive crash, and hopefully he comes up with it as soon as possible. And with that, we'll jump on into the 5-minute chart, and there we'll analyze the pre-market as well. And now that we're in the 5-minute chart, let's quickly pull up the extended trading hours. Over here, we can see that, well, the pre-market doesn't look all that bad. We already got a gap up around here, after which, as I already told you, we hit a resistance around 109.75. After that, we fell down to 107.85, the current level, and we'll probably open the market. What time is it right now? Oh, we're about to open. Yeah, we'll probably open around 107.85 Let's see. So we did already get a pullback, and we'll likely get another negative candle on the pre-market, and we'll probably start the market around 107.5, I guess, somewhere around there. I hope I'm correct, right? So 107.5 good level, 107.5 is a support as well. We'll likely get supported around there, take a bounce and go up. So I personally am bullish on today's performance as well. We already fell by 12% yesterday. So that is another factor why we might get some good buying volume today. A lot of people will think that the stock is discounted today and they will eventually jump in and buy. With that, my price target for Tesla remains around $300, right? I'll quickly mark that for you. Let's say $300, right? And that is, of course, by the end of 2023. So that would still, even at this price, indicate 3x growth. And I am betting on the fact that the stock will go down further towards its $80, $75 range. And that will, of course, be the better opportunity for buying. But at the same time, remember that I could be wrong. So this most definitely is not financial advice. And you should always do your own research before you trade. If, however, you enjoyed my analysis, be sure to hit the like button. If you did not enjoy it, sure, you can hit the dislike button. You can subscribe to our channel, Stox 101, for more such videos. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.